No matter what the weather is like outside, it's always nice inside. Look at the size of this warehouse.
Only Toyota of Greenville lets you shop inside for your next vehicle. That's right, over 150 new Toyotas specially priced inside our giant indoor warehouse. Rain or shine, cold or hot, it's always nice inside. Don't see it inside? We'll bring one of our hundreds of new Toyotas from our huge outdoor lot inside. We make it easy on you. For price, service, and selection, shop the Toyota of Greenville warehouse.
People everywhere are experiencing a breakthrough.
I'm full!
Fullness from a value menu.
This is my dad. He's full.
The Big Bell Value Menu from Taco Bell, with filling items like half-pound burritos and big double tacos, designed to keep your stomach and your wallet full.
What are you supposed to be? I'm full.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a pirate.
Get full on value. Think outside the bun.
Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning.
The new Ford Focus offers a CD MP3 player, moonroof, and a 100,000-mile protection plan. Even if all you care about is how much stuff it can hold. 0% for $2,000 cash back on Focus.
Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning.
Kristen McFan, weekday mornings on News Channel 7 Daybreak.
We start the final quarter. Peyton Manning, who has never won here in Foxborough, has had the season of all seasons for quarterbacks. The 49 touchdowns. The incredible performance in the wild card win a week ago over Denver. Only 3 points by this high-powered Colts attack through 3 quarters, and that will set up 3rd and long for Indianapolis, the 4th highest scoring team in the history of the league, with only a field goal through 3 quarters.
Well, a couple reasons. The defense has been outstanding. The offense has controlled the football, and the linebacking core of this defense. Teddy Bruschi, look, he's faked to one side. Oh, he recognizes a screen, and Peyton Manning has to throw it away again on a screen play. The linebackers are the story so far for this New England defense.
In the area of Brandon Stokely.
It's all about preparation, Jim, and watch this. Brandon Stokely comes across the field. Mike Vrabel is just going to miss him. First off, he can't hit these little guys, but look at the defense. They pass it off. He comes up. You let one guy go and you wait for the next one to come into your area. That's what they are doing so well with here so far today.
Hunter Smith back on the field. Hunting into the wind. Colts into the wind this final quarter. And it's a good one. It lands at about the 10. And finally falls silent at the 5. Teddy Bruschi and his linebacking core all over the field as the Patriots lead.
What do you do when you've had the best vehicle in its class for the past 6 years? You go back to the drawing board. You make it more powerful, yet more fuel efficient. You give it enhanced safety features with run-flat tires. You make it more comfortable and more ingenious than ever before. Introducing the all-new Honda Odyssey. A great idea, made better.
The lights go off. It's no wonder Jeff has a Fidelity Freedom Fund. He can set it and forget it, knowing that he has a diversified mix of stocks and bonds, automatically, of course. For our Simple Start IRA, call 1-800-FIDELITY. Smart move.
What's that?
Oh, it's a duvet cover.
A what?
A duvet cover. It's a decorative sham that also protects. Watch the game. The double quarter pounder with cheese. Pound one. Oh!
I'm loving it. It's a throw pillow.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored By IBM, helping companies innovate in an on-demand world. And by the all-new Odyssey from Honda. A great idea made better.
Jim Nantz and Phil Simms and Bonnie Bernstein in Foxborough. We're in the first minute of the final quarter with the Patriots, the Super Bowl champions, leading 13-3 with possession at their own 6. Come out with Dillon, stacked up right away by Gary Brackett. Tomorrow is all new on CBS, beginning with Still Standing, then Listen Up, and TV's most watched comedies, Everybody Loves Raymond, 2.5 Men starring Charlie Sheen, and then a new episode of Monday's #1 show, CS Miami, plus The Late Show, David Letterman, tomorrow here on CBS.
You said it, Jim, during the commercial. Big moment for Indy's defense. You got to get this game turned around. You're down 10 points. 14 minutes ago, you can give your offense tremendous field position if you can stop them without a first down here.
2nd down and 9 for Brady. From the goal line, launching it long with a man open, and Patton not able to run under it.
What a call. I'll tell you what, Tom Brady changed the play. Do you think they got a little confidence and belief in their quarterback to change the play in the end zone? And this football, it looked like it was going to be perfect. Patton just can't quite get there.
Patton's caught some long ones this year, his best ever season. By the way, for those expecting to see 60 minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS, this divisional playoff game between the Colts and the Patriots. And we remind you, 60 minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately following this game, except on the West.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jim. I just wanted to circle Dwight Freeney. They blocked him long enough. The coverage down the field was excellent, but nobody covers the running back coming out of the backfield. And Tom Brady predetermined that he was going there. Did you see the little pump fake? Dwight Freeney is blocked. The little pump fake, he knew it was going to open up Kevin Falk to his right, and he made a good throw.
Saw the little bobble and the hold on for the clean catch in the end, and Dillon bounced out after a gain of a yard. Let's send it back downstairs. Bonnie Bernstein.
Well, Jim, in his first playoff game, Corey Dillon's been such a huge part of the Patriots running game, and after 7 frustrating seasons in Cincinnati, comes to the Patriots, sets his career rushing record, and he says, you know, I kind of wonder what would have happened if I would have spent my entire career here. On the other side, he says, maybe I needed to experience all of those frustrating times to appreciate what I have now and pass on to the younger guys, hey, don't ever give up on your dreams.
Yep, he said this playoff-free stretch of his career made him grow as a person and learn to never give up on yourself. Only played in one postseason game in his career, a Holiday Bowl, when he was at Washington for 1 year. Brady. What a catch, Daniel Graham, but there is a flag.
What a throw by Tom Brady.
We'll wipe out the 11-yard gain. Yeah, the holding signal to the
Prior
benches.
to the pass, holding, 50, defense. That penalty will be declined. Result of the play, first down.
Holding on David Thornton. Not what Tony Dungy was hoping for.
Well, playing under pressure, that's what this team is doing right now, the New England Patriots. There's the holding penalty. Tom Brady, perfect throw. David Thornton, there's nothing you can do about that.
You know, Graham with that catch becomes the 9th different receiver today. Catch a pass to Brady, who's throwing again and almost intercepted by Cato June. He had a read on that one. Would have been a significant lift for the Colts, who have not forced a turnover.
They've had a couple chances today, you know, and you never know when your opportunity is going to come to make a game-changing play, a big one. Not that Cato June could have intercepted that ball, but it was a chance to knock it up in the air, get a deflection, and get a big turnover.
12-19 remaining with a 10-point lead. 2nd down and 10, New England. Brady overthrows Givens. Everyone looking for a flag, and now at long last one comes flying in, but there was a 2 or 3 second delay. Nick Harper was in on David Givens, and I thought they weren't going to throw a flag.
I thought maybe they wouldn't because he was not going to be able to catch the pass.
Yeah, was it catchable? They may pick this one up.
No, they'll call holding if nothing else.
Pass interference, defense, 25, hooking around the waist and restricting the receiver. Automatic first down, despite the foul.
Now, you know,
it was a catchable pass.
You are allowed. He says it's not a catchable, but he hooked him, put the hand on the right hand, and turned the receiver. That's what they look for that time, and David Givens knows.
David Givens with the game's only touchdown, with 3 touchdowns in his last 3 playoff games. Last year's AFC final, touchdown catch in the Super Bowl, and now this one today. End around, Deion Branch. Raheem Brock able to fall on him after a gain of 4. So trickery, going with the passing game, not content just to run it here with the 10-point lead, this Patriot offense.
Well, this Patriots offense, they said they were going to be patient, and that's what they have been. They can do it because their defense is playing great. You got the running game by Corey Dillon. Kevin Falk's done it. Tom Brady, when he's not getting pressured, has moved around and made 2 big passes, completions, while moving out of the pocket today.
Remember, this series started back at the 6-yard line, and now it's moved into Indy territory. With Dillon. Dillon all the way out to the first down. That should give him 100 right on the number. Actually, he's above it by a couple. Corey Dillon has a 100-yard game in his first playoff game.
Well, this drive, it has a chance to just signify everything that the Patriots are about, what this game was about. They said they wanted to be more physical. They have done that on both sides of the football today. You heard the players. I was listening. Run the ball. We're going to run it. We're not any of these other teams that couldn't get it done against the Indianapolis Colts. We will, and so far today, they have.
Peyton Manning has to be saying over there on the bench, come on, guys, I've been sitting here forever, it seems like. Brady on first down. Dumps it. Dillon. Good piece of running for another 9. Remember, if they advance here today, Dillon and the Patriots will head to Pittsburgh. He did not play in that first matchup against the Steelers.
Well, here's what they're trying to do. Go deep to Graham. There's going to be somebody out in the flat. Watch how they're covered. And then Tom Brady, you talking about patience? He waits, he waits. He throws it short over the middle. So he did not take a chance. He showed his patience. And look how he's rewarded with an 8-yard pickup.
Dillon missed the game with a thigh bruise at Pittsburgh. And the Patriot win streak came to a close. Straight ahead, driving for the first down, it's Brady.
You know, Jim, we've said so much about Corey Dillon, Peyton Manning trying to stay warm if they get the football back. But we talked about Corey Dillon. I thought it was interesting what he said to us on Friday. He says, you walk around this place. He's the newcomer. They've won 2 Super Bowls. Nobody wears their ring, and I mean nobody. I've yet to see one of those Super Bowl rings. They don't talk. They talk like a team that has had no success. They act like it. And I tell you, I've never been around any place like it where everybody has the same motive. They want to accomplish winning another Super Bowl.
Kevin Falk for 2 yards. Larry Triplett makes the hit. Whistles blow after a gain of 2. But point is, I guess, for Dillon, he comes in. It's got to be a little intimidating. This team has had so much success, but no one wearing him out or making him feel unwelcome because of the success they had before he got here.
Listen, you remember the first preseason game we did? I said something about the Super Bowl rings to Bill Belichick.
Didn't want to hear about it.
He goes, do you have anything else you want to talk about? I was like, wow. Okay.
The other thing was, I remember back then, Ty Law told us, we're not defending anything. That was last year. Forget calling us defending Super Bowl champions. That's already done. We're not defending it. We're out to win another one. We just beat the play clock. We go back to Falk and Triplett again and on the hit with 8.5 to play. Tonight on CBS, the lineup starts with America's #1 news magazine, 60 Minutes. Then a new cold case, and CSI New York is on a special night. That's all tonight here on CBS. Now for the Colts, they have to allow here nothing more than a field goal. In this half, the Colts have only had the football twice for 35 yards. That's it. 3rd and 8. Hold on, they're going to say he's just shy. I thought he might have had it. Out at the 1. Dillon, it looked for certain as though Dillon was going to be stopped. They'd have to bring out Vinatieri, and then he just breaks free, didn't give up.
This is just enforcing your will on the other team. The blocking, nobody's now in pursuit of Corey Dillon. You saw everybody down the field, and Corey Dillon, look, nobody able to get off the blocks of the New England offensive lineman, and Corey Dillon almost takes it to the end zone.
Dillon thought he had it. Again, if he just touched the pylon, which he did, it's a touchdown. But they say his left foot, he just toed the sideline, and he's out at the 1. Timeout called by the Patriots. Patriots' 3rd drive of the day has been a long one. 14th play coming up for the backbreaker.
Is this the help desk? Sure is. Check this out. It's a car that runs on hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. Wow. Get this. The only emission is clean, clear water. H2O? H2O. Cool. What do you need us for? This is just an idea. I need help making it real. We'll need digital simulation, cost modeling, and wireless automation. When can you start? We already have.
Cholesterol. It comes grilled, fried, slow-cooked, twice-baked, poached, and pureed. But it also comes from Mom, Dad, Grandma Ethel, and Grandpa Sam. Your cholesterol doesn't just come from food. It also has a lot to do with family history. Today, there's Vytorin. When diet and exercise aren't enough, adding Vytorin can help. Vytorin is a new product that treats the 2 sources of cholesterol. Cholesterol from food and the cholesterol your body makes naturally based on family history. Vytorin lowers bad cholesterol 45 to 60%. Vytorin is not for everyone, including people with liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Unexplained muscle pain or weakness could be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Vytorin may interact with other medicines or certain foods, increasing your risk of getting this serious side effect. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. Ask your doctor about new Vytorin. Your cholesterol comes from 2 sources. Treat them both with Vytorin.
CBS tonight, he was going to be the next Rocky. I want this fight. But in 1976, this boxer's dream ended in the ring.
You're killing him.
Now, a deathbed confession. I should have stopped the fight. Could prove this tragedy was murder.
Maybe.
Well, Jim, Tom Brady, you kind of said it. He had to be doing a slow burn up here this week where nobody was talking about him. It was all about the Colts and Peyton Manning and their offense. Well, he's done his talking on the field.
He's never lost a playoff game. Tom Brady from a yard out has now thrown for a touchdown and run for another. The Patriots had called timeout. Thought they might challenge the Dillon run, say he was in for the touchdown. Of little concern because on the very next snap, it's Brady plunging ahead from a yard away, and the Patriots are cruising.
Can inspiration make the SUV safer? It can, with 5-star government crash test ratings. Available side curtain airbags for all 3 rows and all-wheel drive. The best rating of any SUV tested for rollover resistance. Chrysler Pacifica. We didn't just make an SUV. We made a safety utility vehicle. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Now get 0+. That means 0% financing plus $2,500 bonus cash on Pacifica.
I'll have the green salad. And for my entree, I'll have the Key West grouper and the cheesecake.
What am I, a bank? Oh, I'll have the same. Hurry in for our special 3-course menu. Build a complete meal for just $12.99. Everyone could use more Fridays.
Inspired by a true story.
What if they fail?
Then we fail. Inspired by real courage.
Look at your lives and ask yourself, do I want that?
Samuel L. Jackson. Coach Carter, rated PG-13. Now playing.
Right now, when you have your taxes done at H&R Block, you can play the Double Your Refund Instant Win game. There's lots of stuff to win. Cash prizes, tax preparation. You might just double the amount of your federal refund, up to $10,000. A shot at $10,000 just for getting your taxes done? You gotta like the sound of that. Come in by February 28th and play the Double Your Refund Instant Win game. Do it today at H&R Block.
Amazing Race Tuesday.
Let's go!
In Africa, a mudslinging contest really gets dirty.
Hey, beautiful.
And an encounter with the spiritual place deeply affects the teens.
They're so sweet.
Hello.
Hello.
A new Amazing Race, CBS Tuesday.
How about that drive? 94 yards, used up half a quarter. And they have now had 3 drives today of at least 14 plays. They had the 16-play drive where they thought they had the touchdown, but was taken off the board because of a procedure penalty, a field goal. 16, 15 for a touchdown, and now 14 for another touchdown. This kick drives Dominique Rhodes back into the end zone for a touchback. And remember, on that series, they faced 3rd and 10 back at their own 6, and Falk picked up a first down on an 11-yard grab.
I can't taste my beer. I can't taste my beer.
I can't taste my beer. Every year, thousands suffer from taste loss in silence, and the results are devastating.
I can't taste my beer.
There is hope, thanks to great tasting, less filling Miller Lite.
I can taste my beer.
Get the facts at PreventTasteLoss.com, because taste loss isn't your fault. Ignoring it is. Miller, good call.
Hey, what's the story?
No room.
But this is our place.
No room. There's a spike in traffic. Scalability issue. They should add seats or tables or hire more waiters. Build a bigger kitchen. It's an on-demand world. Why not just add capacity? Like with our servers. That's what we would do. Do you guys ever talk about anything but servers? No.
Expand on demand. IBM eServer X Series with Intel Xeon processors.
Whoa. Oh. The all-new Dodge Dakota.
Nice, yeah.
With the only V8 in its class.
This is gonna look great in our bedroom. You are such an
And the most overall interior room.
wonderful man.
Now get 0+. That means 0% financing plus bonus cash for total savings up to $5,100 on Dodge Dakota.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Thank You from Citi, a new kind of rewards program from a card you can count on. TGI Friday's new $12.99 3-course menu. Everyone could use more Fridays. And by Miller. There's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call.
Here, honey.
Minutes remain at Gillette Stadium. The Colts can only shake their head. This is just an amazing team here at New England. All week, everyone talking up the Colts, who have managed only a field goal today. And in and out of the hands of Edgerrin James. That is, by my count, the 4th drop of the day by Indy.
I'll tell you what it is, Jim. And I'm not going to say it was different, but you said early in the game, when they lost the opening contest up here this year, they all said, well, we lost a home game. That's how important the season is. If the Colts, if they played the Patriots in the Dome, on the AstroTurf, the way they're designed to play on, or what they were built for,
different game.
It could change. Well, of course, it's
Harrison knocked it loose.
That's the same play that Reggie Wayne scored on last week against the Denver Broncos, but it's changed here today. The pressure is greater. The hitting is more ferocious. The weather is tough.
Patriots take over 20-3, controlling the Colts from the start.
Here, honey. Okay, here's your ticket.
Thank you.
Call me when you get there.
I will.
Tired of waiting for your reward?
With Thank You from Citi, you get great rewards that are easy to earn, easy to redeem. That's a card you can count on.
Fall in love with the rich, bold flavor, Dr. Pepper. One taste, and you get it.
You make sure your children are safe in the car, safe on their bikes, and safe at night. But what about their financial futures? The financial strength of the AIG companies means we'll be there for you because we know money. AIG. Insurance, loans, retirement.
Tomorrow, a civilian ride-along turns into one man's nightmare.
Freeze!
Got a real-life Bonnie and Clyde on our hands.
He was very good at making enemies.
The question becomes, which one of them got to him first?
CSI Miami, a new episode, CBS tomorrow.
1 week from today, don't miss the premiere of Numbers, a new drama about two brothers who will change the way you look at crime solving. Rob Morrow, David Krumholtz, star in Numbers, premiering next Sunday after the AFC Championship game. Who would have imagined the numbers posted here today? Teddy Bruschi with 2 fumble recoveries.
Well, they're right. You know, you can say what you want.
And now we're hearing that a challenge has been issued
by Tony Dungy. Here comes the play. It's the screen that worked so well last week. Roman Pfeiffer, Rodney Harrison, and...
Boy, that's not a good challenge.
Might as well, man.
That's a hard case to win right there.
It is tough.
That was a tough one. Teddy Bruschi, this linebacking core for the Patriots. We've been calling their names all day, Phil. Bruschi and Vrabel, McGinnis.
Willie McGinnis, Rodney Harrison. And, you know, I don't want to separate them from the rest of them because it's just been just what we said from the start, what they wanted, to be physical, to out-hit them. And they have been, and the challenge is, okay, he is not down. It is a fumble. No question about it, but...
Indy challenging if Wayne was down before the fumble, and it shouldn't take too long to settle this case.
Well, I don't know. You know, I watched all the shows today leading up to this game, and there were quite a few people that still thought the Patriots might win it, but, you know, how can you go against what they have done?
But plenty of people did, let's face it. Most people were talking up Colts. They felt it around here. You know, Bill Belichick told us they've really been almost put into an underdog role this week, and that's okay. We won 14 games. I don't know. We'll try the best we can. But the other thing is, Tyrone Poole, Ty Law, that talk of those two being out, how would they adjust? Well, they've really been out almost the whole season, those two starting corners.
That was the first thing that Bill Belichick said to us. Hey, guys, you know, he kind of gave us a lesson. We've been this way most of the year. Well, I don't know what he's saying. I can't read lips, but he's saying it's going to be New England's ball.
So they've charged the Colts with the timeouts. 7 minutes to go, and the football at the 35 of Indianapolis. And New England inching closer to going back to the Steel City to try to make up for one of the 2 losses this year. That first loss of the season back on October 31st. They had run off 6 wins to open the season, and then the Steelers jumped on them 21-3 in the first quarter. And without Corey Dillon, they really had to ditch the running game that day. If you remember,
I think what they run for
6 attempts for 5 yards. The 6 attempts, the lowest since the Chicago Cardinals back in a game in 1933. And the 5 yards, an all-time franchise low. But again, no Dillon. Remember Tom Brady telling us the following week when we were in St. Louis, we want another shot at those guys. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. You know, too, Tim, just to go back, you know, you talk about Teddy Bruschi, Mike Vrabel, there's Roman Pfeiffer, Ted Johnson, Willie McGinnis, all of them. You know, I think about this defense. It's built so much around those linebackers. Bill Belichick really made his name being a linebacker coach. He did it with the Giants. Got a pretty good group there. Lawrence Taylor, Carl Banks, Harry Carson, Pepper Johnson, who's now on his defensive staff. So he puts a lot of responsibility on them. And they're interchangeable guys. They can rush the passer. They can cover. They're big enough to stop the run. And they never let him down.
2nd down and 5. Dillon, another carry. Chased outside, and Bob Sanders comes up. 3rd and short coming. Again, Dillon so many times looks like he's going to be stopped for a loss or stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And the one he just ripped off down to the 1 looked like he was going to be stopped short of a first, and they'd have to bring out Vinatieri for a field goal try. Next thing you know, he's cut to the outside and set up the Brady touchdown.
Well, he's got deceptive speed. That play there just illustrated it. I thought he was going to get pulled down from behind, but he always seemed to have just enough to get past that first guy to pick up, you know, to make a 2-yard gain into an 8-yard gain.
Over 200 yards rushing by New England. 3rd and short. It's Dillon. And again, was he down? Maybe. No. They'll give him the dive ahead for another 1st down.
It all goes hand in hand. They were able to stay with the running game, finally wear out a much smaller defense, I think, than their offensive line size-wise. They could be patient because their defense came through big time and stopped Peyton Manning and the high-scoring offense that we've seen for the whole year.
2-1, nearly 2-1 time of possession. I mean, the Patriots basically just took the 3rd quarter away.
Well, I heard the references to this would be like the Super Bowl that the Giants beat the Buffalo Bills in, where it was 40-20 in time of possession, and I said that's impossible. That can never happen in this game. The Patriots are. They can't do to this Colts team. The Colts are too good. You know, I don't like to admit it too often, but I was wrong.
Well, it's the first time all season.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's not too bad.
Took me a while.
2nd and 5 coming up with 4:20 remaining. And Dillon's over 140. Took him 9,696 yards from scrimmage before he ever made a playoff game. That's the most yards from scrimmage, most rushing yards also ever in the history of the league without being in a playoff game until today. Kevin Falk, what a boost he has been. Not much on that carry for Kevin Falk.
I'll tell you what it does, Jim. You just said that about Corey Dillon. I'll tell you, an environment can change anybody. Always noted to be a troublemaker, a malcontent, all that stuff in Cincinnati. And he comes up here, and I don't know. I never doubted that he would not fit in up here just because I understand what they got going, how they operate. And, you can't stand out with this team because all the other players will not let you. They don't speak out. They don't say the wrong thing to the press. And all those little things, they show up on the field for the New England Patriots.
It's 3rd and 6 as we approach 3 minutes to go. Coming in on Brady, and he is sacked back at the 35. It may take him out of field goal range. That's Larry Triplett for a 13-yard loss. Yeah, they're going to bring out, it looks like, Josh Miller in a timeout called by the Colts. Triplett makes the play, knocks the Patriots back with 3:10 remaining.
Can inspiration redefine the order of things? Can uncommon luxury and heavy power actually rewrite the description of the perfect sports sedan? Apparently so. Introducing the 2005 Motor Trend Car of the Year, the Chrysler 300, starting at $23,995. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard.
Every Subway sandwich is made fresh right in front of you, so you choose all the ingredients. The meat, the veggies, the fresh baked bread. No wonder so many people are coming over to the great taste of Subway subs. Because when you really think about it, they don't make the sandwiches, you do. Subway, eat fresh.
Fresh toasted subs by Subway restaurants present the Super Bowl 39 Post a Toast contest. Do you love the Super Bowl? Log on and post a toast that proves your passion for the game. The top 2 toasts will win an all expenses paid trip for 2 to Super Bowl 39.
I was born with wings, but I can't fly. So I applied for one of those reward credit cards.
Sorry, that's a blackout date.
But trying to use my miles just added insult to injury. Then I discovered Capital One No Hassle Rewards. There's no blackout dates, no seat restrictions, and I'm flying any airline, anytime.
The Capital One No Hassle Rewards card.
What's in your wallet?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And by Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Manning warms up the hands. He'll be coming back out on the field here. But down 17 with only 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. The triplet sack takes Vinatieri out of the equation. The pooch kick by Miller. Cherry is down there to cover it. So too is Bantacane, who falls on it at the 4-yard line. And again tonight begins with America's #1 news magazine, 60 Minutes, followed by a new cold case. CSI New York's on a special night tonight here on CBS, America's most watched network. Tom Brady throwing a touchdown and running for a touchdown in this half. And a trio of heroes, as they're known. 6 receptions, short yardage for Stokely. Harrison again, 3 grabs like he had in the AFC final last year. And Ty Law was on him. And now Reggie Wayne, his last grab led to a fumble. Hank Poteet is in at the bottom of the screen, just signed this week. He's in on Reggie Wayne. Manning looks that way, now throws it, and right at Poteet. I put this kid Poteet, 31, with a flag down. He was cut at the end of training camp by the Carolina Panthers. Watched the entire season at home on a couch on the sideline, only to be signed this week.
Prior to the pass, holding, 31, defense, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
And there you go. He comes off the couch and gets hit with a flag. Got to shake off the rust. Coming up, the Subway postgame show with Greg and Dan and Shannon and Boomer. We're going to hear from the winner, some of the winners here of today's game. They have no defensive lineman in on this play. Look at this formation. Brewski is right over the football.
Nobody is down in the stance yet. Oh, there goes the linebacker, Willie McGinnis. 2-man rush.
Manning to Stokely. Brown on the hit and others.
They are not going to give up the big pass. A couple things. Peyton Manning has actually thrown the football well today. He's been on target. Some drops, but nobody getting open deep and nobody catching the football and running for extra yards.
Vrabel at his feet, almost picked off by McGinnis. You could come up with some career highlights for McGinnis in games just against Indianapolis.
Gosh, I thought 4 years ago, I said, boy, Willie McGinnis, he's going to have a hard time hanging in much longer. He's getting, you know, maybe a step slow, all that, but he is recovered from injuries, and he is a perfect fit for this defense.
2nd down and 10.
All linebackers and defensive backs in the game.
Only 2 rushing. Manning, he's past the line now, and he slides the feet of Brewski. Manning actually had the 4th longest run of the year against the Patriots. A 19-yard scramble in the season opener. 2:09, trying to get one more play in before the 2-minute warning. Bantacane in on him. Pass away to James. He spins out to the 37 for a first down as we reach the 2-minute warning here in Foxborough. 20-3, the champs.
It's kind of like an airbag.
An airbag?
Same at the airport, checking email. I drop my ThinkPad. It senses the drop. Hard drive braces for impact. Like an airbag.
So if I dropped it, it would just...
Brace for impact.
Oh, yeah?
That's not my notebook.
Check, please.
Klutz-proof wireless, only on a ThinkPad with Intel Centrino mobile technology.
You left Rusty alone in your apartment?
It's okay. I got him one of those shock collars.
Oh, that's
so cruel.
No, it's part of his training.
Can I get you a Bud Light? My roommate's got some in the fridge.
Thanks, Rusty.
Cool.
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
So what's up? You want to hang in or you want to go?
It's all here.
Introducing the all-new 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee. With an available 330 horsepower Hemi V8, it has best-in-class horsepower and torque. The optional electronic stability program that helps maintain control on slippery roads. And available Quadra Drive 2, our most advanced four-wheel drive system ever. Go ahead, let it snow. Now get 0+. That means 0% financing plus bonus cash for a total savings of up to $4,700 on Grand Cherokee.
Don Epps is an FBI agent. His brother Charlie is a math genius. They'll work together to solve crimes.
The violence has escalated.
Everything is numbers.
But their dad has plans of his own.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your girlfriend?
I'm her thesis advisor.
Does that mean she can't be your girlfriend?
Numbers premieres next Sunday after football.
Again tonight on CBS 60 Minutes, Cold Case, CSI New York on a special night here tonight on America's most watched network. Average over 32 points a game. Fourth highest scoring team in the history of the league in one season, over 500 points. 49 a week ago, including 35 by halftime. Only a Vanderjagt field goal to close out the first half today. Bruschi on the coverage. James just running backwards for the first down. Rodney Harrison had to come over and let everyone know he was in the area. Rodney Harrison telling us we're going to hit them, pile on them, make them pay. And I think he's lived up to it.
Oh, boy, he is something.
For the first down for the Colts, and it's Stokely for a short gain with Troy Brown riding him down. Third all-time receiver in the history of the Patriots franchise, riding down the third leading receiver for the Indianapolis Colts this season. Another one that's a negligible gain to Marvin Harrison.
The hitting, everything is contested. The Colts last week almost 200 yards after the catch. Today, well under 100.
3rd and 1. And that's good for a first down. What do you say to people now? Peyton Manning, he didn't want to talk about the record all season long. He got the record, still lamenting that for him, it didn't mean anything if this didn't lead to a Super Bowl. Everybody's saying, you know, he can't win at New England. He's never won here. What happened?
Well, what happened is they just got manhandled, Jim, and it's not Peyton Manning's fault today. I have not seen receivers open down the field. Another good example.
Right there. He has been, let's face it, there's so many people that love the way he has been a spokesman for this league, Peyton Manning. New England and Pittsburgh on the way next week. AFC Championship game, 6:30 Eastern time from Heinz Field. Greg and the guys will be seeing them on the road. Dan and Shannon and Boomer, we look forward to their company and their pregame show. 6 o'clock Eastern time next Sunday here on CBS. The whole crew on hand for the big one, the big rematch. They again met on Halloween, and the Patriot win streak came to a close there, but they're not going to masquerade as any mediocre team this time when they go into Pittsburgh. This is no Halloween dress-up occasion. This will be for the right to go to the Super Bowl. Here we are looking back at the turnovers and that blitz they ran into in the very first quarter. It was 21-3, a couple of long strikes to Burris. Brady got picked, got run back by Deshae Townsend for a touchdown. And again, they really had to abort the running game without Dillon. And 34-20 was the final Pittsburgh.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say it's going to be a different New England team that goes to Pittsburgh next week.
Isn't it something, though, how Pittsburgh ended their win streak, including playoffs, at 21 games in a row. And now they themselves, Pittsburgh, they're on a win streak of 15 straight going into next Sunday. And that falls incomplete, intended for Clark. I was about to say, for Peyton Manning, he's had a year where he's been really such a spokesman for the league. So many people thinking this might be his year. And now you see the Steelers in their experience this season of 15 straight wins. Haven't lost at home since November '03. Their defense is first in the league. First in the league, fewest points allowed. And by the way, they'll meet the team that's number 2 in that category, the Patriots. It's Dallas Clark. He's fighting hard with 20 seconds left.
Well, Jim, good point. The 2 best scoring defenses will be there next week.
Intended for Marvin Harrison. And what a fitting close to this one.
And look at the celebration on the New England Patriots sideline. That tells you what this game, well, of course, it meant a lot to them, but they got tired about hearing about it all week, about how they won't be able to defend their Super Bowl crown against an offense that can't be stopped.
It's going to be New England and Pittsburgh next Sunday in the Steel City. First pick of the day, Peyton Manning. Bruschi with 2 fumble recoveries. By the way, although the schedule is not set, these 2 teams meet again next year right here in Foxborough. Tony Dungy again told his team when they lost the opener, guys, what this means is we'll have to come back here. And they had to come back with the weather elements again. And a total domination by Belichick and crew. That's why they're the champs. Subway postgame show is coming up.
Yeah, just what an impressive performance by the Patriots. They build themselves as a tough, physical football team. They came out to prove it. They did it here today against the Indianapolis Colts.
Tom Brady, not talked about all this week, by the way. Throws for one, runs for another. He's still never lost a playoff game. He's going to take on Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh next week. Patriots, Pittsburgh. We'll see you then. For Phil, Bonnie, Jim Nance, so long from Foxborough.
This is a Big Mac. It has 30 grams of fat. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but it's big, right? Well, this is even bigger. A 6-inch sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub from Subway restaurants. And it has 6 grams of fat. Big sandwich, less fat. Small sandwich, more fat. Duh. I know where I'm going. Subway. Eat fresh.
Subway presents Fresh Starts, a look at teams trying to turn heads this postseason. Subway, eat fresh. Coach Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots made all the right moves in 2004. Running back Corey Dillon rekindled the Patriots' ground game. Receiver Troy Brown, number 80, helped an injury-riddled secondary with 3 interceptions. And quarterback Tom Brady posted the best passer rating of his career, leading the Patriots back to the AFC Championship.
David Patton gets it. Touchdown.
Numbers are everywhere. But what if numbers...
The violence has escalated with each attack.
...could solve crimes?
Say I couldn't see the sprinkler. From the pattern of the drops, I could calculate its precise location. These guys follow patterns.
You're saying you can tell us where the killer lives?
Yeah.
Call for backup!
I have a new location for the first attack.
Drop the knife or I'll shoot!
Everything is numbers.
The Subway postgame show is sponsored by Subway. It's what to eat when you want to eat fresh. Subway, eat fresh.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Subway Post-Game Show. I'm Greg Gumbel, along with Dan Marino, Shannon Sharp, and Boomer Esiason. Let's first fill you in on what's coming your way tonight here on CBS. 60 Minutes in the toughest part of Iraq when a group of Marines came under fire. 60 Minutes was with them. A rare look at the front line tonight. That's followed by an all-new cold case and CSI New York. On a special night, it's all here on CBS, America's most watched network. Next Sunday evening, we're taking the NFL Today on the road. We'll be on site in Pittsburgh at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, leading up to the AFC Championship game between the Patriots and the Steelers. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, 20-3 winners to advance to that game. Brady now a perfect 7-0 in postseason play. Our Bonnie Bernstein caught up with him.
Tom Brady, in a game where everybody was talking about the Colts offense, what was it about yours that made this day successful?
Well, I think our defense is what made this game successful. The way they played today, 3 points to, one of the best offenses in the history of football is incredible. I mean, we had a couple big touchdown drives during the second half, but what a win, man. What a win.
When the Steelers stopped your winning streak during the year, I knew how bad you wanted to get another shot at them. How much of a difference will having Corey Dillon in this game next week make?
Well, I'll show you what Corey's capable of doing, but it's going to be our toughest game all year. We know what that team's all about, and pretty similar to ours. They're very tough, very hard-nosed, very physical, and going to that stadium's tough, too, so we got our work cut out.
All right, Tom, congratulations.
Thanks. Bye, Mom.
Congratulations indeed. As I said, Tom Brady a perfect 7-0 in postseason play. Peyton Manning now 0 for 7 at Foxborough. A tale of two quarterbacks today.
Well, yeah, Peyton Manning had the great year that he had, and, coming into the playoffs, you have to make big plays in playoff situation, and you look at the defense of New England Patriots. We talked about it earlier. They have to keep everything underneath. They didn't, the Patriots corners were out, the two starting corners. They didn't really challenge them outside. So when you look at Tom Brady said that the defense played great, and they did, but the offense of New England Patriots controlled that whole football game up and down the field.
Well, you look at all the teams that won today, had over 100 yards running the football, and the Colts, I keep telling you, you got to play defense, and you did not play defense. You got no turnovers today, and you led the league in turnovers during the regular season, and you get none today. You did not do a good job, and that's why you're going home. You need defensive help.
Yeah, you picked the Colts, too. I can't believe that. But you know what? Tom Brady is so cool. I can't say enough about him. All he does is win. He doesn't have the gaudy stats that Peyton has. He's tough at home. They're tough at home. How about Teddy Bruschi? Here's a guy who seems like he's in on every play. I thought Phil and Jim did a great job really chronicling how those linebackers control the football game from a defensive standpoint. But when you control the football the way that the Patriots did today, I can't lay this at the feet of Peyton Manning. This is not Peyton Manning's loss. It takes the whole team, and I think maybe Peyton Manning is this generation's Dan Marino. He's a great football player, but he's not going to get to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, not with that defense.
Wait a minute. I got to a Super Bowl.
I know you, but
I got to a Super Bowl.
You know what I mean? There's too much pressure on Peyton Manning to be perfect every week.
It is.
It's just like you had to be. It's just not fair to him.
Meanwhile, that New England offense put together scoring drives today of 88, 48, 87, and 75 yards, and the running of Corey Dillon was a huge part of that. Just a short while ago, Bonnie Bernstein had a chance to talk with him.
Come back.
Corey Dillon, put into words what it's like to play in a postseason game after 8 years in the league.
It's unbelievable, but I just stayed focused during the week and just treated this like an ordinary game and just came in there and helped my team win.
How important was it for the running game today, not only to be successful in its own right, to just sustain the drives to keep Indy off the field?
Well, we know we wanted to, be successful in the running game, to keep Peyton them guys off the field, try to control the clock a little bit, and we were pretty successful today.
Corey, thank you.
No problem.
Pretty successful today. Corey Dillon, 23 carries, 144 yards. In conditions like that at Foxborough, it makes all the difference in the world to a quarterback like Tom Brady to be able to hand the ball off to a Corey Dillon and keep control of the football.
Well, there's no doubt, and that's what you'd like to have in a playoff team, a guy that you can turn around, hand the ball off to, and get the yards that Corey Dillon got today. And we knew going into this game that he was going to be a big part of this offense, and that's why they got him in the offseason, so they can, in the playoffs, they can have a running game and a guy they can rely on like Corey Dillon, and he came up big today.
But it's their defense, man. It's all about their defense. I mean, it's a team game. The NFL spends so much time of just, spending, looking at one guy. It's not one guy. It's collectively all of them together, and nobody's better than the Patriots.
All right, guys, we'll take a time out here, and we will have more for you as we wind down the Subway Post-Game Show. Don't go away.
you've got friends, you've got beer. The trick is, A, never confusing the two, B, having plenty of both, C, always having something to drink to. Life beckons, and you're holding the key.